Well, what's up, everybody? My name is Aubrey Sanchez. I'm here with our executive director, Ryan Trudgian. And of course, to the left, we had to bring in some nice hair and good looks. Our technical director, girls competitive director, Niall Burley. Say what's up, guys.
A joke about my hair already.
Oh, I didn't mean it that way, Trudge. My bad.
I'm joking.
Well, hey, we wanted to start a new podcast for you called the Celtic Huddle. And we called it the Celtic Huddle very, very intentionally. Tell us about the Celtic Huddle, Niall.
We tried to implement in our club last year. That's actually been in Celtic FC for, I believe, over 2 decades.
Oh, wow.
Something they do before every game, something they're very famous for. It signifies unity. Focus on the game ahead is what they use it for. Again, I love the unity part of it. I think that's great for us as a club, as to stand out, to bring a bit of ID to us. Hey, this is what Celtic do. This is something that they're known for. So something we tried to implement last year, and again, I think it's gone well this year.
Yeah.
Not much of an intimidation factor, but somewhat.
I think it is.
But it's good. They get together in the middle of the field. They huddle just like you kind of see, but there's slight differences. They get down a little bit, make it a little bit more intense, and give each other. I
think the idea was too, like for the Celtic Huddle, was that in that huddle, it's like, here's what we're focusing on for the game, getting each other hyped up, getting in that unity piece, and kind of what we wanted to do is bring everybody into that huddle of the things that are going on with Celtic and communicate to parents, to players, to everybody, the things that are happening in Celtic. So welcome to the huddle. Yeah. We're glad that you guys are here with us. We just had, and the idea actually came from the staff retreat. Yep. And tell us about the staff retreat.
Yeah, the staff retreat. I just wanted to get all the staff, like our full-time directors, in a room. It was a two-day event, from 9 to 5. Just bring everyone together, loads of ideas. Be organized for the year, and then what's our goal? What's our mission for the club? Yeah. Right. So I know we have a mission statement and a vision. Was working on that at the end as well, kind of tweaking it, coming up with what we feel as a staff. What is Celtic's mission? Yeah. Anywhere from our recreational program all the way to our highest competitive level players. Yeah. Right? So because every program is so important to the club. Yeah. So it was great. We have some great people at the club. So I just wanted to bring them in, give them a voice. Yeah. Give them a voice. What's their ideas? How can we improve every single program as well? And that's my job as well, right? Yeah. Is to guide and support the people that are in charge of our programs. Because at the end of the day, it's if we're doing the right job, I'm helping us and providing support to them. It's going to have a trickle down effect for our coaches, and ultimately, most important, our players.
Yeah. That's right. I'm laughing. I'm smiling internally because one of the things, I don't know, I'm smiling while you're talking and it's serious. But I can't. The reason I introduced Niall as Luscious Locks is because I got to sit in on the staff retreat. Yeah. So thank you. Yeah. I didn't even introduce myself. I'm Aubrey. I'm not on staff, but Celtic's been I don't know if you guys know this. I moved to Norman when I was 4 years old. Started playing Celtic. I'm 44 as the recording of this. So Celtic's been a part of my life for 40 years. Wow. So it was pretty cool to be able to sit in and be a part. Yeah. But one of the icebreakers that Trudge did was he had everybody draw a picture of the person to their right. And who drew yours? I don't even remember.
Wasn't it Danny?
I don't know, but it was bad.
It was a good icebreaker. It kind of broke the ice for everyone, because
we should have got the picture of
I know
Nick on.
Oh, Nick's was spot on, but Niall's had like this curly mullet. So that's why I introduced him as Luscious Locks. But now, what was like one of your takeaways from the staff retreat?
Honestly, it's been one of the best things I've been a part of since being at the club, in regards to ideas and getting together and just alignment. We actually went to the coaches convention last week, and a word that everybody used was alignment. The only way we get aligned is by getting everybody on the same page, in the same room. And I might have an idea that doesn't work for the club, and it's good to have people to tell me that it doesn't work, and vice versa. So just hearing everybody's opinions from different parts of the club and different programs, and how ultimately how we can get all those ideas into one pathway for the players. So that was the biggest thing. And again, we have a calendar now from this date pretty much all the way to December. So that was a big help for us as well.
But one of my takeaways was having the honor to sit in there and listen to you guys, how deeply you guys care about the players and the development of the players. And, you know, being on the parent side for a long time, it's easy just to, you don't see what's happening, that like you guys truly deeply cared. Something that came through the staff retreat a lot was the development of every player on and off the field. And that, and to see in that room that is genuinely what's driving the decisions, and frankly, some of the decisions that not everybody likes, you know, sure. But at the heart of it, especially like as a parent, you know, at the heart of it, seeing that, oh my gosh, they really do care about the development of my player and of all the players. And I think that was really cool. And that was part of the Celtic Huddle, because I was in there and I'm like, I wish every parent and every
could see this,
see like what's happening right now. And I was like, this is a way that we can just help parents see that the heart of this thing is the development of every player on and off the field. And
I think the most important thing afterwards is like how does that translate now? Right. So we had all these great ideas. Yeah, we want to have a holistic approach to player development in every program. Now, how do we implement that? You know, it's great to sit down in a room, but what is happening out on the field? Like how do I impact the directors? How do directors impact the coaches? I think that's kind of maybe been missing in the past, which we have now as the technical director now that can impact individual coaches as well. So our coaches can improve. So then ultimately our players can improve. So it's just translating those ideas onto the field, because we want that holistic approach. I told Niall, I was like, I want us to show love to our players, but then also be demanding and challenging.
Absolutely.
And that's tough. That's tough, right? So we might be overly loving sometimes and not necessarily demanding and challenging, and it could go the other way. Maybe we're too demanding and challenging, but we're not showing the love to our players. So that was my big takeaway of, hey, how can we really get that out onto the grass?
And that's different for every coach too. Like every leader is wired differently, where some might challenge is easy, but are we showing support as well? For sure. And so I love that. And that was really the takeaway, is just to see how deeply everybody cares, and not just about the players, but I kind of look at it this way. Like if the club is a 3-legged stool, right? So you've got the club, one leg is obviously the players, right? One leg is the parents, one leg is the coaches. And to see that everybody, if you're missing a leg, that's a problem. What happens to your stool? It falls over, right? But to hear everybody talking and deeply caring about all three of those, man, I thought that was cool. So I say that as a parent, and if you're listening or you're watching this, these guys care about our players. They really do. And I've seen it firsthand, and I hope we can communicate that a little bit too, through this.
Sure. I think that was the takeaway from it as well. Like, how do we show that from this meeting? Like, in regards to getting that, implementing what we spoke about onto the field is probably our way of communicating what we did in that room, which is tough. And we're not going to make every parent happy. We're not going to make every player happy. It's our aim to. But it's tough. But again, I think the way we try and show it without bringing everybody into a room is implementing those ideas on the field. And hopefully the work that we did in that room shows, and people, parents, see it and appreciate it, and can understand what we're trying to achieve in this room out there.
I think, let's say transparency, right? So what we're doing here, we want to let the parents know. Because they deserve to know. Like, hey, what's going on? What are we doing? Your kids are in good hands. So I think that's the reason why we send out the newsletter. That's the reason why we're giving information. one of the great ideas was a podcast.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah, we can do that. No,
Yeah.
no problem. And so it's a different.
Trudge is a pro at podcasts too.
He wasn't nervous.
What did you say? I got face,
Hey,
I got
here's
face for
what's
radio, to be
funny.
fair.
Here's a little behind the scenes too, though, is that we're recording this on Friday. I don't know what's today, 23rd,
Third, is it?
January 23rd, and it's supposed to be like Snowmageddon this weekend.
Snowmageddon.
And Trudge is a little worried about it. He thinks we're going to get snowed in here
I
while we're
live, I
recording.
live in the city, so like, I could drive 35, 40 minutes. Hopefully it's not too bad. So I want to get home. Yes, I love the kids, but not that much. Right?
I love my wife too, right?
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Well, so if you actually see this or hear this, it means we made it. Right?
Yes,
It means-
yeah,
it means
absolutely. Yeah.
So one of the big things that a lot of time was spent talking about was this upcoming change in the fall of 2026. And again, the fall of 2026. Yeah. This change does not affect anything that's happening now, but we spent a lot of time talking about that. Yeah. And I think it's helpful to maybe go through this. And I know you sent a newsletter out. And parents, I'll tell you this from a parent's perspective. The development of your player on and off the field does not happen without you being engaged. Mm-hmm. Like, parents play such a huge role in the development of the player, of the club working with the parent, and the parent working with the club, and coaches being in that. It takes all of us to see our kids be the best. And so I would encourage you that if you've kind of been like hands off of reading newsletters, that kind of stuff, like get hands on, because it's for the best of your player. But one of the things that we talked about is this upcoming change called the age group change.
The age group change.
Tell us about the age group change.
The age group change. So this happened 8 years ago. So they changed from school grades to the birth year. So that was 8 years ago. So when we say the birth year, so they would categorize age groups from January 1st to December 31st. So if you were born in 2014, okay, you're in that age category. Yeah. Now they've changed it back, starting the fall. So
fall
of
2026.
We got to state that. So starting the fall of 2026, it goes back to school grades. Yeah. So it will be August the 1st to July 31st.
Okay.
So benefits obviously for the recreational side. So the last 8 years we've dealt with organizing teams when coaches say, hey, I want these players. Yeah. They'll split up their maybe mates in school, or friends in school. Yeah,
I like mates.
Well, mates, friends. They would have to not necessarily split them up, but they would have to be in that age range. Maybe they do play up to have their friends together. Yeah. So it's gonna help the recreational side to keep those friends together. They're in the same school grade. And
it used to be like that
8 years ago.
Forever.
Yes, forever.
I mean, I was shocked when we moved back to Oklahoma, and it was the 2014 or 15 or whatever.
I was kind of fresh into coaching at that point, so it kind of happened the second or third year I was coaching. I didn't really understand it. I I'll
just
take,
went with it.
I'll just take whatever I get right now.
Now it made it easier for registration. So if yours 2014, okay, you're U10 and so on. So it made it easier on the side of, okay, what's your birth age, your birth year? No problem. But like I said, there were consequences for that. So US Soccer has made a good change. Yeah. However, changes could be difficult, right? So it could be scary, could be difficult. So I think that's another reason for the newsletter, for the podcast, is to explain, hey, what are we doing to combat the change? Yeah. And so it helps every single player and parent understand. And we're working really hard behind the scenes with our directors and coaches, to communicate. Hey, this is what we're doing. We have ID sessions coming up. Maybe not next week. We probably have to change that because it's probably going to be under snow.
Well, the pool training session.
The pool training first. Yeah. So we're doing our best. So we just want to.
And I think, like, just to give context, because not everybody even knew like that was a change. Right. You know what I mean? But it affected a lot of players. Yeah. And it's actually a very good change when you think of it, like kids being able to play with the friends they go to school with. Emotionally, a kid might be playing up. I mean, you think, especially the difference between 7th and 8th grade, or 6th and 7th grade, and 8th and 9th grade, or you know what I mean? Like, there's a big emotional difference there. It's not just physical abilities, which is all over the place at those ages because of puberty and all of that. But people being with, in most cases, being with the people in their grade.
Right. Yeah. I think emotionally is a topic that it probably does affect. I mean, you see, social media, we see kids loving high school soccer because they're with the friends. Yeah. And then they still love club soccer, but it has that different emotional attachment. They use it for a tool of, I want to get to college, which is great, or have fun, whatever.
We'll help you.
But I think putting them back with the friends will now connect that emotional side of it again. Okay, now I really love club again because I'm with my friends. I'm in an environment where we're being challenged, whereas you may get that at high school, you may not. It's just high school soccer's wishy-washy, up and down. So I think that change will impact the emotional side of it positively for every club, not just our club. I mean, I see it everywhere. People are invested in high school soccer because of the emotional attachment to the friends and things like that. So hopefully that brings that side of it back as well.
So the new dates are, it used to be just a year. If you were just born in this year, you know, now it's July 30 or August 1st to July 31st. So if you're August 1, 2000, whatever, 11 through July 31, 2012.
Correct.
I need a sheet in front of me.
Well, so here's the cool thing. Thing is Trudge actually made a sheet to show what age group. So that's in the newsletter. You can also find it at oklahomaceltic.com if you go there. And is it under the Resource Hub?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, under Resource Hub, newsletters. You can see his latest newsletter, and it has that in there where you can actually go there and look exactly what age group.
And we get this question a lot as well. And the U6 or the U14, what does that mean? It's like, well, that's a soccer terminology, right? So if you're a U14, and we've had this for many years in the soccer realm, well, it means U14 could mean, yes, you're 13 or you're 14. Right? So that's confusing in itself as well. So I think having a chart will kind of make it easier. And
that will be the new terminology, though. Like,
it's not going to be
instead of
2010 boys or 2010 girls. It's going to be U16, I think they are next year.
U16, U17, and so on.
17 they are next year.
Well, you know where you can find the charts.
So that's going to be.
But it's stuff like that we want to help.
Yeah, 100%.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, I've looked at that sheet 100 times, and I'm still like, I need it in front of me to reference it. So
this is why we're trying to get ahead of this thing, because we know it's a lot.
Hopefully there's no mistake on that.
Right. Yeah, I hope you did it right. That's funny. Well, let's talk about then. This age group change is happening. I mean, it's happening across the nation.
Yeah, nation.
You know, U.S. soccer. How's it going to affect each of our programs? So you kind of mentioned the rec program. How's
so it won't affect the recreational program in the spring. I want to say that. So they're still going on the birth year. So teams are still together, and we're hoping. So I know we kind of put out. We'll give some more information over the summer. We're hoping the teams will just stay together, right? So they'll stay together when they come back into the fall. We'll just categorize you. Okay, your oldest player is this. Okay, you're in this this age group.
And so we are doing the change, but like you're saying, a lot of the rec teams are already
there,
formed in this way, so they can play with their friends.
Absolutely. So that it shouldn't affect them as much, right? So you know they're going to change from the birth year. They're going to go into the age change of grades. So, but we want those teams to stay together. It's recreational soccer. Recreational soccer is for for players to play with their friends, to have fun. It's the grassroots. It's our that's our baby, right? For this club, it's our foundation. We were hoping, and we have a pathway. We're hoping they come from our rec program. They go into our new junior academy. Yep. Now they go into our academy program, and then that's a segue into our pre RL, our U11, U12s, and then into our competitive age groups, so
Yeah.
U13 to U19. So, so long story short, the recreation shouldn't change too much.
Yeah.
So just
Well, and you were the rec director for a long time, which is probably why it's so amazing. But
no.
but we have a new rec director
for-
now that you're executive director.
Yeah, for a couple of years, I was the recreational director. I took the program from Jessica.
Oh,
Kinnears.
okay.
That's why it was so good. So
Oh,
I just
so
basically, I just carried it on, basically, right? So, but now Jessica is the rec director again. So very, very happy to have her. Like I say, I learned from her with that program.
That's awesome.
It's great to have her. We've added a new junior academy program for ages in this spring, the 2020s. So that will be U6 players in the full season. Okay. So Alex Chadwick is running that program. So that's up and running. They'll start in February, so in a couple of weeks. And then obviously we got Michael Thomas in the academy program. So he's doing a great job. He oversees, the coaches in that program, the players. That leads into, what's going to happen with the academy program. So they'll go, they'll have that change as well. Yeah. So coming into the full season, and we need to highlight it's by case by case. Yeah. So yes, we're making this change, and it will be the age group change of the school grade. But if we have a top player, and we need to play them in an environment that challenges them. Yeah. They need to play where they need to play. Yeah. Right. So I think that's kind of.
And who makes that decision? I'm just curious.
A team.
Can I decide?
That's as a parent. We'll work with you. We'll communicate with you.
Parents, okay? I got you. I'm asking your question.
So we'll communicate with you,
okay.
And we'll give you the reasons why. Yeah. All right. So we want to place our job. Is to place players in the right environment so they can grow, be challenged, and develop to their full potential at the end of the day, right? Yeah. So, if this age change affects players in a negative, if they do play in their age group, we're not doing a good job. Yeah. So, we're working hard, directors, coaches, we have depth charts already, right? So they're looking at, and this is for academy and competitive. Yeah. So we're looking at, okay, where does this player need to be placed in so they can grow to their full potential.
And when you hear depth charts, that doesn't mean the teams are set. Okay. That was actually one of the things we spent a lot of time talking about. Sure. And we'll jump back into that. But, I hear that, well, they already know their teams. They're not evaluating. And that is so far from the truth. Sure. Like listening, because tryouts was another big conversation. Yeah. And you guys don't know your teams, but you do a lot of work to be able to evaluate the kids during that time. Yeah. And so, like you said, we create this based on what we know now so that we know, hey, we need to look at this or look at this or look at that. And I thought that was really neat.
Yeah, I think just piggybacking off that, I think this maybe gets lost in translation. At a competitive environment, the evaluation is year round. It's not just 4 days. It's from August 1st or whatever date it is that we start, so whatever date we finish, you're being evaluated. Yep. And rosters can fluctuate. Yeah. You can go here, you can go here. So it's not set. We do a lot of work on the front end. We do a lot of work in tryouts, and we do a lot of work on the back end. Yeah. We're not going to go in with a blind eye because it's just not who we are as an organization or directors, as coaches. We're organized. We want to be organized. So again, we're evaluating the whole year. Yeah. I know pretty much every player we have in the club. Mm-hmm. I definitely know every single player we have in the age group, and all of our coaches do as well. Yeah. So like I said, it's good that we're having these. The first pool session is an internal one, so it's just us. Yeah. It's just our players. Yeah. We get to see, and we already know who is in what age group. Yeah. Because like Ryan said, we've already built boys, girls, academy. We have every single player of the new ages. Yeah. So I know what age everybody falls into, things like that. But it's good to see everyone on the field. Yeah. So everyone for those sessions will go to the specific age group for next year. Again, doesn't mean that they will be there. Yeah. It's 100% case by case, based on exactly what Ryan said. Is this girl, is this boy going to develop in this environment, or are they going to develop in that environment? And that's our decision.
Yeah.
Not mine necessarily. I will help and guide. But coaches, or the directors, leadership, again, it's a collaborative effort. We're going to help each other and make the best decisions for the kids.
Yeah. And that's so awesome. By the way, you're talking about the competitive. So we've kind of switched from academy to competitive, but competitive is
well, I mean, academy's still kind of
it is. Well, academy
Not
actually
competitive.
has year-round evaluations. They do fall and spring evaluations.
Yeah.
So
you see in academy the development shifts so much, right? So we always hear that a coach coaching like a 7v7 team is like, oh yeah, I see the progress. In that like month or two, you're like, okay, that player's like really shot up.
Yeah.
Right? So I mean, that's many of the reasons why. Okay, Mikey Thomas hosts. Okay, we look at kind of ID sessions like at the start of the season. Yeah. Evaluations. We don't want to call them tryouts for those young kids, right?
Yeah.
But like I say, that's a way to organize the players into the group so they are placed in the best environment to grow. Yeah. Now, when you get back in the spring, it's kind of similar. Just because that 6 month,
so
much development, and you don't know what the player's done over the Christmas break, or if they, they've loved the game and they practice every day, which we hope they do. Yeah. So then, the development does shoot up a lot. Yeah. So that's why they want to, reevaluate, and it might not be big changes. It might be just one or two players. And it's kind of similar to what we're trying to do here. It's like, okay, it's case by case. It is case by case. It might not be many, but like we want to highlight those individual players
when it's best for the development.
Yeah,
I love the idea of year round.
Yeah,
because if your player or a player is developing and moving at a high pace, they're never stuck on a team.
Sure. That's 100%.
You know what I mean? It's like
a reward as well.
Yeah,
reward.
And we try, and this is something that's been implemented. I would say a lot on the girls' side is we do age group sessions so everyone can get together. We try to do it once a month. People get busy and things like that, but our aim is to do it once a month. Yeah. On Tuesdays or whatever day works for that age group. The best 3 players that have performed on a second team or a third team, let's reward them, push them up to a team above. So again, that's the idea of the year-round evaluation. Is this kid performing better than a kid on this team? Yeah. Then we got to look at that, whether it's August, September, October, November, December, whatever month it is. Yeah. We got to look at that and evaluate and reevaluate. Yeah. And it's what we try to do to the best of our ability. Yeah. So year-round evaluation it definitely gets lost in translation when we say that at the start of the year. But I'd like to keep saying that so people understand it.
It's beautiful. And even like there could be an instance, and I don't know if this has happened, I'm just saying this, but like let's say a kid is right on the cusp and maybe they're on a top tier team and it's like, hey, let's play you on the second team for a while so you can get more minutes. Yeah. Maybe they're not getting the minutes they need to develop or something. You know what I mean? So really, that's what I loved about being with you guys is you really care about the development of the players. Yeah.
And we have a lot of growth areas.
Oh yeah,
I think that was a big takeaway, and we got loads to improve on. Like we kind of mentioned, those not just the top age player or top range players and teams in the competitive. It's like no, we need I kind of say show love and being demanding and challenging for every team. Yeah, every team in the club. So I think that's that. Again, big takeaway. Kind of circling back to that question was okay. How do we give the love, but then being demanding and challenging in every player, every team. So
because everybody has different ambitions.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Not every kid wants to go to college to play. That's right. But they still want to develop and get better. Yeah. And I that's so. It was just really neat.
Have a great experience.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
So competitive then, with the change, the way this is going to affect competitive is we're applying the change.
Right.
With the case by case placement. If a coach or director comes club leadership and says, hey, I think this kid should play with the older age group. Now you can't play down though. Let's be clear. Right? Now let's say you're 2014 right now. You're born in May, so next year you won't move
Right.
anywhere.
Correct. Yeah.
You can't say I want to play a year down.
Right,
You can't do that.
yeah.
That's not your age group. So you have to play with your age
And
group.
just to go off that verbiage that you used, it's not I want to play somewhere.
Yeah.
It's where we think is going to be
Yeah,
best.
that's it.
It's and listen, teams have been together for a long time, so we had that conversation. Do we want to split up a team? Well, we have to.
Yeah.
It's case, but again, it's case by case.
Yeah.
Is this going to benefit you or hurt you? Do you want to just stay with the people you've been with, and it hurts your development, or do you want to? You could be the best player on this team when you go down. You know what I mean? You might, but
And it's not
it might
down
help
like in a
you.
negative thing.
You're
Right.
staying. Yeah.
Just age group.
Just
It's
age group.
not
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
Age group.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, you should stay here, even though you're this age, because this is where you're going to develop.
Yeah.
Not here.
Yeah.
This is going to be too easy, not challenging, whatever we want to say in regards to that. But this is where you should be. This is where you should be.
And you guys are thinking, obviously physically, especially in the teenage years. Some people, another year to develop is like, you gave me a free year to develop. Emotionally. That kind
I
of
mean, I
stuff,
look at players now and I'm like, if you were on this team, wow,
Yeah.
like you'd be a standout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's going to help team 1, team 2, team 3. Like there's players that are on team 2 that could potentially be team 1 and not age below.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a positive.
Yeah.
I don't really see many negatives apart from it's more so families and players want to be with who they've been with.
Yeah.
That's the only negative I
Yeah.
believe. Really.
We talked about change, right? We talked about change.
Change is
Can be
hard.
scary.
Man. Yeah.
it can be
It
scary.
can be scary. And that's part of what I think we're trying to communicate is like,
Right.
we're not changing just to change. One, this is a change that U.S. soccer.
Yeah, I don't know if we said that.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if that
it's
was
like
made clear.
I mean, you talk about ECNL, U.S. Club, USYS, all the federations.
This is
like,
not
this
an
is-
Oklahoma
This,
Celtic.
Yeah.
this is happening in the whole of the country.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
So it's not just like us, like, hey, let's do this.
Yeah.
So that is a change, but at the same time, getting out in front, like you said, and helping parents, players see that this is for the best of your development.
Sure.
And here's the beauty of it: the year-round evaluation, all this.
Right.
Guess what? If we get it wrong, we can fix it.
Yep. Absolutely.
And so parents, I think,
And listen, we will get some wrong.
oh yeah,
It happens everywhere.
yeah,
It happens every year. You may pick a player that you shouldn't have picked, or you didn't pick a player that you should have picked.
Yeah.
It's going to happen, and that's why we have that year-round evaluation to fix those mistakes. No one's perfect. Not every coach is, director, leadership, whatever.
yeah,
Mistakes will happen,
absolutely.
just like in any walk of life. Like mistakes will happen.
Yeah.
Be human.
And you grow with it. That's the beauty of a club is you grow
Right.
with your club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you trust
Yeah.
the development and that. So competitive age group change is happening. Case by case placement, like we've gone over that quite a bit. And then something that competitive doing, you talked about a little bit, the internal pool training sessions. And this is for Celtic players only, right? Where it's not, hey, come try out or ID session. This is for Celtic players only. For this, everybody goes to their age, correct?
Yeah.
Like everybody goes to your age group for this.
Yeah.
And why are we doing that?
I mean, I kind of said it earlier. It's just to we have a list of where everyone goes, so we know everyone's ages, but it's good to see everyone out on the field together.
Yeah.
It's more beneficial for us. It's more beneficial for the kids. There might be a kid that goes, I'm so scared to go down and play in this age group. And then they go out there and train and they absolutely love it.
Like, oh, my buddies are here.
Right. So it's just beneficial for everyone.
Yeah.
It's good for us to see. And honestly, hopefully calm nerves. Like just everyone take a breath.
Yeah.
It's going to be okay.
This is not a tryout.
Yeah, and,
Right.
and coaches, and it's good to have coaches together as well, right? So coaches will be talking with each other, giving advice, giving opinions. We have James Roberson, Trevor Hunt in the U11, U12, like they're our directors.
On the boys.
So on the boys and girls. Yeah.
Oh, and girls. Okay.
Yeah. So Trevor does the boys. James does the girls.
Okay.
On the U11, U12. So they're doing a great job of communicating with their coaches, working with the players. So when Niall says, it's good for us, the communication. Communication between all of us.
Yeah.
So then the same with Danny. So Danny Gibson on the boys side, he can get with his coaches. Talk. Hey, watch players. Look at this. What does this group look like?
Yeah.
Okay. What potential adjustments or changes or case by case instances do we need to be thinking about right now? Right. Yeah. So, and obviously now being over the girls' side, he can do the same with those coaches, but not just the girls, but with the boys as well, and help guiding Danny as well. So I know I've talked a lot about the directors, but I'm just excited.
No, it's good.
I'm excited to have them in the place because, like I say, from the retreat, we've got some good people at the club. Yeah. So I think that's. I want to highlight that as well.
Absolutely. And so that'll happen. The pool training session, not a tryout. There will be. Their newsletters went out. I think the directors sent emails about all of that stuff. So you should have that in your inbox. Yep. And then we will have ID sessions also.
Yeah, I'll talk about the communication side of it a little bit. Trudge does great newsletters. Sent that out. Very informative. Me and Danny sent the information about the internal pool sessions. We have a coaches meeting on Monday. Weather pending, either we'll do it on Zoom or in person, preferably in person. Supposed to have the session on Tuesday, so it's fresh in everyone's mind.
Tuesday girls, Wednesday boys, right?
Correct. Yeah. Tuesday girls, Wednesday boys, just due to field space, things like that. We're in the works of setting up a Zoom club-wide for parents that will answer any questions regarding this topic. We'll jump on, kind of do what we do now, is just explain a little bit.
And that's for all programs.
That's for all programs.
Yeah,
Anyone
all
in the club. We'll probably mute everyone.
Yeah, please.
And have them type the questions.
You always have a parent that's yelling at their kid in the background.
Right.
How'd you
go make a sandwich?
Yeah. How'd you mute? And you hear the kid screaming in the back. I've not had that before.
Yeah. So we're in the process of finding a date for that, which will get sent out hopefully next week. Then after that, we will start to communicate with families and players that this is going to affect. Yeah. If you're a player that your birthday is in an age range where you don't have to move to an age group, we're still going to contact you.
Yeah.
We're going to contact every single player will get contacted by their coach.
Yeah.
I'd be too many phone calls for me. So your coach will contact you, just have a conversation. Like, how's your time been? Give them some feedback. And then obviously with those players that it does affect, have a little bit more of a deeper conversation.
And that's a good point. The effect though, the change, I mean, you could say with the teams changing some and that it does affect everybody, but it doesn't directly affect every player.
No, it
only August 1st to December 31st.
Yeah. And you'll be able to see when you look at that chart, you'll go, right, it affects me, it doesn't. And if it doesn't, great. If it does, but again, it does affect everyone because you're going to get players coming in. Yeah. So we don't know what dynamics look like on teams. You know what I mean? So it will affect.
And that's like every year for tryouts.
Right?
Yeah, so,
exactly.
It's important that no coach should ever promise anything at tryouts. Right. So you just don't know if we have an influx of players coming in, or.
I even mean
players coming down.
Gonna have,
how's that going to affect?
Yeah.
Kids that have been playing, and that's going to be great for competition.
So it could affect.
Great for competition.
It could potentially affect everyone. Yeah. But in regards to the actual age change, it's only going to affect those. So we'll have a little bit of a deeper conversation with those people and what we think right now, but that doesn't mean what will happen. Come June.
Yeah. We're prepared.
But we're prepared.
And the reality is you're going to have 4 ID sessions.
Yeah.
So year-round evaluation is happening, but you're also going to have 4 ID sessions with the new age group.
Right.
And you're going to have 4 tryout days with the new age group. So there's going to be plenty of, besides year-round evaluation, there's going to be a lot of opportunities to be evaluated in your new age group also.
And that's why we try to do a lot of work on every end of it.
Yeah.
Front end, the middle, the back end.
Yeah.
We want to be prepared. We want everyone to get 4 days or 8 days. 8 days is better than 4 days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So they're not necessarily tryouts, but it's still coaches are there watching, evaluating. So yeah, it's a tool that we use for sure.
That's good. Awesome.
Well, I think this has been very informative. What do you guys think?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I hope
Trudge,
so,
you did awesome too, Trudge.
Yeah.
And you're going to get
I
home.
was the one nervous about it.
I don't think, well,
Come on. I was a little bit.
I'm looking out the window. I don't think it's snowing yet.
Oh, you're
so
talking about me driving home.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
talk
I
about
thought
you
meant the
driving.
podcast.
Oh no, I thought you were natural. Were you nervous?
Nah, well, a little bit.
A little bit. A little bit.
Yeah.
He got his haircut for the event. He was asking me what to wear the night before. I mean,
Oh my gosh. You just wanted to
I was
match.
trying to look
You
professional,
want to
right?
wear your colors, right? That's what I'm saying.
I was like, you want to look professional? He was like,
Hey,
no, I don't want to look
hey,
like
just
you.
for the record, it doesn't look like I have Celtic gear on, but look at that. I got Celtic gear on. Well, thank you, parents, players, anybody who's watching this. We hope to do this. We don't have like a set date, you know,
that's
maybe.
the only thing we don't
I
have.
think we
set
originally
on our
spoke
calendar.
about it like maybe once every couple of months.
Yeah, once every couple months.
yeah.
Unless you guys are like, oh my gosh, they were so good. We need to have one of these every month.
I think it's good to get other perspectives.
Yeah.
Maybe coaches, maybe a player.
Yeah. And that was some of the
maybe
idea.
a parent.
Yeah. It's the
Yeah,
highlight.
Maybe do a little poll on social media. Hey, what topic would you like us to?
Okay,
to
so
talk
here you
about?
go. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching the video, or if you're able to comment on what you're listening to, let us know.
Yeah.
Is there something you want us to talk? Do we have an email? We didn't even think about this. Like maybe they could email questions. And
Yeah, we actually have two. You can email administrator at Oklahoma Celtic.
Okay.
Or we
and
do-
and
we
put
have
in
a
the
social
subject
media one.
Celtic Huddle or podcast or something. So
Yeah.
So we know
and
that.
then that way Nick can forward it to
yeah.
whoever needs it.
Yeah.
So if you have a question or you're like, hey, we'd like to maybe talk about this or something, you know, if it's appropriate, maybe we can get on here and talk about it. But I hope this was helpful for everybody. Everybody stay safe. Again, we're recording this on Friday. And make sure you stay locked into social media,
Yep.
our website for the next week might be a little up and down with all the snow and all of that. So make sure you're looking at your emails, checking out the website, and following us on social media. Thank you guys. This was fun.
appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Hey,
you.
we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.